Holy freaking crap, y'all. The Nintendo Direct is literally tomorrow. I actually hate bringing you raw, unedited videos like this because I feel like sometimes I can ramble on. I'm going to try to keep this really short today. Just kind of want to keep tabs on my expectations of everything we might hear about tomorrow, things we might not, things we could hope for in the future. You probably already know some of these if you follow me regularly, but it's fine. I feel like a lot of you who are watching this might already end up watching this after the Direct, so maybe this video becomes irrelevant, but who knows? Maybe I'm right on some things, maybe not. I would like to know. Oh, sorry. Anyways, so Nintendo told us this morning that there's a Direct tomorrow, like 24 hours out. Classic Nintendo. It's not really that big of a deal. Because it gets everybody excited. I know a lot of y'all were freaking out last month about not having one, but it's fine. Eventually you'll learn not to freak out, and Nintendo just likes to watch us squirm. It's kind of entertaining, to be honest. Okay, no? You're pissed at me? Okay, anyways, thoughts for tomorrow. First off, I want to kind of discuss with you really quick what your thoughts are, or what it actually ended up being after the fact with their tweet specifically said that it was going to be including new information on Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm personally excited for Fire Emblem because of the fact that I've never actually owned and played a full Fire Emblem game in my life. Oh my god, I know, I'm not a real Nintendo fan, blah, 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 blah. Listen, okay, I didn't have the means when I was younger and I got older and it just wasn't a series I was into. Yeah, it doesn't mean I won't play it. I finally caved and played, you know, other series like freaking Kingdom Hearts, which was good. Okay, we're not gonna go there. Anyways, is Fire Emblem Three Houses tomorrow going to be the main focus? And was the tweet saying it was going to include new info on Fire Emblem Three Houses, kind of as a warning as to say, yo, hey, like E3, this is a warning. This is going to be focusing on Fire Emblem. They didn't really say this is going to be mainly focusing on Fire Emblem. However, is that kind of like a way of wording it and saying, yo, this is what you should expect, don't expect anything else? Or are they saying this is going to be including Fire Emblem Three Houses, but maybe there's a bigger hitter? Like maybe there's something else that they're gonna announce? That's kind of where I am because, again, they didn't say we're gonna be focusing on it. So for me, that's kind of like, so you're telling me there's a chance. You're telling me that there's something else, perhaps, right? I think after everything that has gone on with the teasing that Ionuma has done, possibly, maybe, perhaps, is Skyward Sword a real thing? Skyward Sword HD, maybe a Zelda Collector's Edition? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me continue on with my points because I'm losing my train of thought. A lot of people recently have been asking, what about Pokemon Snap? Wouldn't it be cool if they had a spin-off? Listen, they literally, not even 2 hours ago, I think at this point, just announced that Pokemon Snap for Pokemon Go is essentially coming out, so I do not think it's going to be coming to the Switch. I don't know if that's going to actually upset people. I feel like people who had been asking for more spin-off Pokemon games on the Switch have been more eclectic gamers in general. Don't mean that as an offense, but I'm just saying that I think, don't think that's a main priority to them right now. So I think that's kind of out of the way. Consider the fact that they literally announced that on Twitter, like not even a couple hours after they announced for the Direct. So maybe they're kind of getting that out of the way so people don't freak out and, you know, predict about that. I don't know. Anyways, Mario Maker for the Switch. I personally have never played Mario Maker, so I do not know if I'm a fan or not. Platforming games are fun. They're not my favorite, but I know that basically Mario Maker is like the only thing keeping the Wii U alive right now. It was Smash and Mario Maker, and now that the Smash community is pretty much satisfied with Ultimate, I feel like Mario Maker is the last thing they really need to bring over. Obviously, besides Metroid Prime HD Trilogy, maybe? No? Okay, I think it's gonna happen. But tomorrow, I don't know. Would I like to? Yes. Do I think? Maybe not. Anyways. Also, Assassin's Creed. What the frick? No. Animal Crossing. Assassin's Creed. Okay. Animal Crossing. Are we going to be hearing about Animal Crossing tomorrow? Perhaps. Maybe. Maybe they're gonna wait for a later Direct. Maybe they're gonna focus on Fire Emblem instead of Animal Crossing. That's fine. What about Luigi's Mansion? I would like to see perhaps more on Luigi's Mansion. If we don't see more on Luigi's Mansion, are we going to be getting a release date? Maybe we know release dates tomorrow? Daemon X Machina, I would love to freaking see more about that game. The game looks amazing. The freaking soundtrack is already amazing. We don't really know much about it. I hope it actually has a driving story, and I hope it's an amazing new IP for Nintendo, because it could actually be really freaking dope. We've only seen combat, but we haven't really seen much of a UI system necessarily. So is this going to be like a full out actual like RPG type game? Is it going to be, you know, like a hack and slash almost? We saw almost like a boss fight on our first trailer. So is it mainly against giant mech bosses, or are we gonna have a lot of, like I said, hack and slash? Or are we gonna be building those combo bases? I don't know. I really hope that I become excited for Daemon X Machina, and the more we know about it, because I'm already excited about it and we don't really know anything. So trying to keep my expectations in check. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, yes, Joker for Smash. Are we gonna get to maybe perhaps see a little bit more of his kit? Are we gonna be having specific more DLC fighter directs later down the line? It's honestly all up in the air, because this is new to have DLC fighters kind of be announced on their own. However, along those lines, actually, that makes me think is, are we also going to hear about another DLC character before Joker comes out? Or are we going to have just info on Joker, then he releases, and then we hear about the next one? Because we don't really know. They made it seem like it was going to be quite a while to hear about DLC, but when the Joker started rolling out, it makes me think, are we going to know each of them before they're all out? Or are they going to announce, release, if that makes sense? I don't know. That's just personally my thing. Going back to my point earlier, are we going to be seeing possibly some ports of some of our favorite games, such as Skyward Sword HD that Aonuma teased months ago? Why would he tease that other than they actually have plans to do something with it? It is literally one of the last games that is a console game to actually have an HD remake. Now, whether or not you think it actually deserves it over the other ones, listen, there are a lot of us who really loved Zelda, so we bought our Wii U. And listen, people still help me. Still, I get a lot of flack for saying that if you didn't have a Wii U, you missed out on a really great generation of at least HD remakes. Now, we're not going to really get into the Wii U whole aspect, because they've learned from their mistakes. But listen, hear me out on this. This isn't far-fetched, because you've heard me say it before. Literally an HD collector's edition disc. If we had Ocarina of Time 3D brought to the Switch, Majora's Mask 3D brought to the Switch, I would freaking die. But Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, with hopefully some fixed controls in there, because the controls for that game were a little wonky compared to the GameCube. And then Skyward Sword HD. How freaking amazing would that be? Other than Virtual Console, those are literally, like, that is, like, I think the most demanding requests that I have. But I don't think they're too far-fetched. Just like the Metroid Prime trilogy, I do not think is far-fetched either, considering the fact, especially, that Metroid Prime HD already exists. Not the HD at least, but the trilogy itself exists. And if you didn't buy it on the Wii or on the Wii U when you had the opportunity, I honestly hope you get the chance for the Switch coming out, because I know a lot of you haven't played it. And in fact, Metroid's probably one of the most niche aspects of the Nintendo games in general, is that Metroid has been picking up popularity quite honestly the last couple years. And so I feel like they've had a lot of advertisement through Smash and through the newer games that have come out for the 3DS, 2DS era. And to be honest, I'm totally okay that people are picking this up, because it's better late than never, in my opinion, when it comes to these games, because Metroid is a great series, no matter what. Also, I would really like Other M to come to the Switch. I know I've said that a million times, but I still really would. I think that's about it. I've been ranting on. I think that's it, though. Oh, but other than that, maybe some other secret ports to the Switch. I know people were talking about perhaps the secret of Spyro Reignited. We already know Crash. I mean, to be honest, the Switch is pretty much a goldmine to many developers, and so I think it's almost, unless it really comes down to the limitations of the actual hardware, I really think that most people are going to try to get their games on the Switch. A lot of people were asking me for some reason, like Apex Legends to the Switch. I don't know if that game could run very well on the Switch, mainly because of the limitations. But, I mean, hey, if they could try it, they could try it. But I think it's kind of like along the lines of Overwatch on the Switch, where frames matter, and it's so fast-paced that it just probably would not work. Now, if Overwatch ever did come to the Switch, I mean, at this point, it's really late in time, but who knows? Anyways, what are your thoughts? What are some games or series that you possibly would love to see onto the Switch that you think could very well happen, and if not now, maybe later? This has pretty much been it in my thoughts. Hopefully, after the fact, when we look back on this, I can kind of check off on maybe what I was right about, maybe what I don't know, was completely wrong and just hopelessly romantic about. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. I hope you choose to stick around. Maybe hit that little subscribe button with the bell icon, and we will see you tomorrow. I will be streaming the Nintendo Direct. I don't even know what time it is. I didn't pay attention, but knowing it's probably going to be in the middle of my stream. So we'll be streaming the Direct. Hope you choose to come hang out and watch with us and see my stupid excitement, because it's freaking a Direct, so I'm always excited. Yeah, we'll see you next time, tomorrow, whenever you decide to stop by. Thank you so much for watching. I will check y'all out later. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and stay savage. I love you. Bye. And I'm just gonna hit the button because I'm literally not gonna edit this. Bye, guys.